Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the host of the ErDoodles show, ErDoodles, starting right now on TBS right after WCW Monday Nitro. Nah, just kidding. Right after Impact Wrestling. Hello and welcome to the ErDoodles show, starring your host, ErDoodles. I say, one of the biggest dummies is you, yeah, who's watching? Is my viewers out there? Who is he? ErDoodles. And what are you watching? Da-da-da. We are on YouTube. And what is your favorite show? The ErDoodles. ErDoodles show. Oh, watching the ErDoodles show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ErDoodles show. This is your host, ErDoodles. Today, right now, it's 2:45 a.m. It's October 25th, 2017. I know I said 2 days ago or yesterday morning at 3 something on Facebook. On Facebook, I had an update on the 24th. I had an update that I was going to do another video, the one I was talking about. I would have had it on YouTube yesterday, but the thing is, YouTube, they updated it. I was looking to see why I couldn't add a video clip in the video editing. Like I had 5 different videos, I had 5 parts that I did for my show. And altogether, when I add the videos up, it's about 23 minutes, over 23 minutes or so. But the thing is, YouTube did it. I read somewhere it said on YouTube, as of the 20th, you can no longer. I mean, it said the video editing was gone or something, but I don't know. But I think the video clips where you add videos where you add another video to your videos when you do the video editing, like you have 2 videos, you put one on there. It wouldn't let me add another video, so I had to do it another way to get all 5. I have to do another way to get all 5 of my videos in one video. You know, I have it right here on my grandma's computer I borrowed. Thank God. The thing is, you can record on here. You can record on this computer. Hold on, you can record on this computer and take pictures. And on here, you can record with this. And the thing is, you got the speaker right here, down here on this computer. Got the speaker here. And what do you call it? Let me think. You got the speaker here, then. Well, thank God you got the speaker here that uses the audio. We got the camera right here for the visual. Don't really need that, but we got the audio though. I could go to YouTube and play those videos that I put private that weren't ready to be watched yet because I wanted to be all in one video first. But anyways, anywho, I could use the recording here from this computer, this laptop, and record the audio from those private videos, record each one by one, the audio of every video, until I get all 5 videos together in this video I'm recording right now. So let's do that right now. Those of you who are watching, let's get ready for the ErDoodles show. ErDoodles show. The ErDoodles show. Dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Alright, it's 3:19 in the morning. It's 3:19 a.m. I was having trouble trying to do some stuff, but the show is about to begin right now. Let's just sit around and listen. Can't do a stupid thumbnail or thing to cover up the screen once I edit the video, but you have to just watch me right now as I play the footage, as I play the audio, just like when you're watching the Djibouti podcast, but Djibouti dubs, the Djibouti podcast, but like when they're on Twitch or when they're doing podcasts, it shows their faces, but I don't really care for that anymore. It's trash now, Djibouti dubs, especially since I'm trying to be much more, Christ-like. But anyways, I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, I don't want to recommend Djibouti dubs for y'all, but I'm just giving y'all an example. But all right, hold on, let me see. Okay, the time's still moving, just to make sure. Let me play the podcast starting now. All videos, okay. Hello, this is ErDoodles of the ErDoodles show. And we talk about wrestling, what people could do, what wrestling companies could do, like indie wrestling companies or TNA wrestling, maybe even WWE or especially Ring of Honor and TNA, but and indie companies, but a lot of wrestling companies that are new, that are starting out, or indie companies, or companies that have been around a long time that are real good, but later on they become stale, or they're lackluster after a while. They were once real good, and one of the best things to started becoming old, boring, and stale, like WCW was, or like the WWF became a little bit after that. It never ended whenever they were the Ruthless Aggression era, most to some people anyways. But anyways, I have a friend who knew somebody who started their own indie wrestling company, and this guy I know who started his independent wrestling company, my friend told me about it because he was a part of it too. It wasn't anything big yet, but they're still small, still starting out. Well, been around for a little bit, but a year or two. But the thing is, my friend was telling me how why they weren't successful, or what the fans aren't going to be into, what people aren't going to be into, or whatever. My friend, he watches wrestling, but he's not. He hasn't really watched it for a little while. There's times I haven't watched it either, but I'm not sure, how much he knows about behind the scenes stuff, but I may know a little bit about more, because I'm a wrestling, I'm not going to say fanatic, but, I really like wrestling. That's what I'm going to say, but, I'm more into it than he is, but he likes wrestling, though. But, well, I didn't get to become a wrestler like he did, but, I watch it more on TV more often than he does, so I may know more about the behind the scene things, than he does to a certain extent. I'm not bashing him or anything, but when it comes to this, though, but he was saying, in a way he might have a point, but in a way, I think I may have a point too, but he was saying that he was my friend was saying that the person we know that who started his own wrestling company was ripping things off TV, or stealing ideas off of TV from WWE. I think it might have been TNA too, but I think it's mainly WWE. Like, he had his own. My friend said that the guy we know who started his own wrestling company, he said that he copied the Undertaker with his undefeated streak, and said that nobody's gonna want to watch that, or that's the reason why he don't have that much people coming to his wrestling promotion, or that attend the events that he has, because the guy we know that started his own company, he's undefeated, like in matches, or I don't know, kind of like the Undertaker, undefeated 15-0 or 20 something, I don't know, maybe a pay-per-views, or I don't know, something, he's undefeated or something, kind of like the Undertaker. He has some kind of streak. I forgot what it is, but in a way it's not really the same. He may have a point, but I kind of disagree with him a little bit, because Undertaker is undefeated at every WrestleMania one night, but our friend who has his own wrestling company, well, it's a little bit different though. I don't think he's undefeated at every pay-per-view, but mainly the only undefeated one of the company or whatever, or I forgot what kind of streak he has, but it's not really, copying, ripping off the Undertaker. It's taking an idea and using it, making it a little bit different. But the thing is also, people want to see, great storytelling, not just great wrestling or just a great story. They don't just want to see a story or an idea thrown out without detail, The thing is, like I said, you got to tell a great story, though. You got to really get the fans really invested into it. You got to build up to it, really build it real strong and good, just like the Undertaker streak. But my friend, if he has his own undefeated streak, he's got to really build it, real good. Not my friend, but my friend. Okay, here comes the next clip now.
Sorry about that. I was recording and the stupid thing acted up. My mom's phone only records for a certain amount of time, but anyways, I was wrong for my recording. Anyways, like I was saying, my friend, not my friend, but my friend's friend, our friend that we know, my friend was, like I said, my friend was telling me about our friend we know that has his own indie wrestling company. You got to really get the fans really invested in it. I mean, it's an okay idea, but like, it's not like he has an undefeated streak like the Undertaker at every pay-per-view, but or WrestleMania, or his own version of the WrestleMania big indie pay-per-view or whatever, but or event or live event. But the thing is, you got to really want the fans. You got to get them into it. Get them into your character. You got to have a real good character and be well invested in. Wrestling fans, they're not just into wrestling, they're into sports entertainment. They're into great talkers. They're like people who are good on the mic. And you got to really get the fans really invested in your character, have great personality. Take The Rock, for example. I don't agree with, his character, certain things, when it comes to language and stuff and stupid things there in the Attitude Era, but you just got to really get the fans, into your character, You got to get them really invested and let them care about you, and you let them care about the story, get them really where they care.
Next clip.
Sorry, this stupid thing keeps stopping when I keep recording. It keeps stopping. This is the third time. This would be like the third video, just make it into one video. I have to finish this up at the college. I don't go to college, but me and my mom have been going down there, so just for certain reasons, but to help us out, like in job things, but I'm not gonna get too much into it, but mainly to help my mom out. But I mainly went there so I could get on computer, use the internet while she's there, so I wouldn't be bored while I'm sitting there. But anyways, I was saying, you got to really get the fans behind you, get the fans to care about you, who you are, get them really invested into the character, and let them care about the story. Get them really well invested into the storyline. It's like you're watching an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, or I don't really care with Terminator. I think it's trash. I'm going on a limb. I'll say it straight up. I don't really care for that, but for example, you're watching that, or Sylvester Stallone, or Tom Hanks movie, or Adam Sandler movie. They have to get you to where you care about the characters and care about the storyline. They have to get you well invested into it. Start out small, or I don't know, whatever. Just they gotta build up to it. Build up to the character, or build up to the storyline mainly. But have a great character. Have great personality. You have to be real great talkers, real great speakers. Have great body language, kind of like that, like the Undertaker, for example, or kind of like Brock Lesnar, the intimidation, he brings to his opponents, I'm not saying that intimidation or anything, but you know what I mean, you want the character to be believable, kind of like the Undertaker. You want to be awe-inspiring, or you know what I mean, you want it to be shocking that he's still undefeated. And the story, when it ended, the storyline, whenever the streak ended by Brock Lesnar, it was real shocking. It was a big story. It was a great story, but it was just a big shock when the storyline ended with the streak ending, with Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. It was a real big story, and once it ended, wow, it really created a lot of buzz. And that's what you want to do, something like that in the wrestling business, especially if it's TNA or Ring of Honor. Their low viewership they've had for quite a while, especially TNA being the second biggest wrestling company. Ring of Honor, well, they've been big too, but I don't know how big they really been. I don't know if they got millions of views on TV before. I think they might have, but I don't know. But Ring of Honor was way bigger back then, I guess, but so was TNA. But they're still a big, major wrestling promotion company, but they don't get millions of viewers anymore. But it'll take time for them to get back. It'll take time for them to get back to that place of dominance. Well, they're still number 2, but it'll take time for them to get that viewership back of millions of viewers, But also, these indie wrestling companies and other major wrestling promotions on TV. You got to come up with a great story, and you got to kind of give your wrestlers an idea of what kind of storylines you want them to do, and give them a great script, and let them do something that's good for them to do, and pick wrestlers, pick the guys who really can take the ball and run with it. Somebody who can really, who's really good at reading the script and memorizing stuff. Somebody who can really be real good at executing it, just like a great actor like Tim Allen or somebody. Or there's some people who have creative freedom, kind of like the main event players or the mega superstars in WWE, guys like Chris Jericho, Triple H, and all them are, they give creative freedom, I'm sure. And Sting, I'm sure he got a lot of creative freedom in WCW and at TNA. Guys like AJ Styles, Austin Aries, Samoa Joe. Especially Austin Aries and Samoa Joe, I heard that they were themselves in TNA, and that's how they got, how they really got over in TNA, Samoa Joe and Austin Aries. TNA let them be themselves. They gave them the ball and they ran with it. And I don't know if they really had to use scripts or not, but they were really themselves. And these indie companies, if a lot of guys don't know how, or not good with scripts, well, they can be good with scripts too, but if they're not getting anywhere, have no direction, they could just let these guys give them creative freedom and, just take a chance on them, just see where they go. Just like Matt Hardy when he was in TNA, they gave him a chance and they went with it. They gave him a shot, and he did the final deletion and created a big buzz for it, for example. And AJ Styles, they let him be who he was, and wow, became one of the biggest stars in TNA. And that's what a lot of these indie companies need to do: give your wrestlers a chance, give them the ball, and take it. Yeah, he became real successful, Matt Hardy, but I don't really agree with a broken character for certain reasons, because I'm a Christian. But anyways, they gave him the ball and he ran with it. They gave him a chance. He became himself, or not himself, but they gave him creative freedom, and that's how he became successful in a short period of time he was in TNA. And that's what all these indie companies need to do too with their wrestlers. And TNA and Ring of Honor, even WWE, give wrestlers a chance, give them creative freedom. And or Matt Hardy talking about all the politics in WWE, and he was on YouTube, and he was a little bit upset. But that's the thing, though, all these backstage politics and all that, and these people telling them how to walk, how to act, and what kind of thing, what they're supposed to do. But the thing is, there's certain things they don't tell them to do, or how to do what they're supposed to do, like how they're supposed to run with their character in a WWE, or how they're supposed to be successful. I don't know, Matt Hardy was talking about it.
Next clip.
Like I was saying, Matt Hardy was saying, not what Matt Hardy was saying, but the thing is, you got to tell these wrestlers how they're the thing is, you're supposed to tell these wrestlers how they're supposed to be successful, but not how they're supposed to be successful, but the thing is, though, Matt Hardy was saying, you got to tell them what to do, and let them know how they're supposed, and you're supposed to let them know how they're supposed to do it, tell them how to do it. And like Matt Hardy was saying on the video, don't give them a test and let them keep guessing and trying to get it right, and let them do it, and they don't know what they're doing. Tell them what they're supposed to do. Don't give them a test, and ask them what they're gonna do or whatever, and then they do it and they do it wrong. Matt Hardy is pretty straight up with it, and then like you're saying, if they mess up, though, they give you a test, you mess up, and you get heat for it. They don't want to use you no more. That's what Matt Hardy was saying. They don't want to use you no more once you mess up, and it's crazy. It's ridiculous. Like you said, I agree with that. I don't care for backstage politics, and there's been a lot of people who've been held back because of backstage politics, or who've got their push taken away because people, politicking, and people like Triple H held people back. They said, and like Vince McMahon, he don't like certain guys or the way they look or whatever. Very superficial and very political in pro wrestling. I don't really care about politics. I'm not really into that. I didn't even know what the word politics meant until like a couple of years back, and until I was like watching the Don Tony Kevin Castle show, or whenever I'd hear about it, backstage news about wrestling and all that. I mainly know what politics means because of the wrestling world, actually. Maybe before I started watching Don Tony and Kevin Castle, but I don't know. But when it comes to presidential stuff, I don't really care about all that. Politics, I think it's real stupid, but thing is, pro wrestling, don't be like that. Come on now, just don't judge people, by how they do things a certain way. You know what I mean? Of course, you want someone to do real good, with their character and have good in-ring work, be great on the mic, but politics, they shouldn't be in wrestling, though. Don't hold someone back because of some stupid things, I understand that they get in trouble for doing something stupid, and then, that's going to affect their push, but come on, little things that they mess up on, come on now. Don't get rid of their push because of that. Just work with them, just practice with them, or, they got NXT now, let them, do developmental stuff. Send them to developmental territory like that, or FCW, and then when they're ready to come to the main roster, bring them, but don't punish them because they mess up or they make a little mistake. Don't keep them second guessing, and don't play mind games with them. That's what Matt Hardy was saying. Don't play mind games with them, but politics of wrestling is just crazy, but yeah. But yeah, things like this, but you just, let them know what, like Matt Hardy was saying, that and Omega and Matt Hardy's indie wrestling company, they let the guys know what they're gonna do. Give them a good idea of what they're gonna do for the show. Let them run around with it and play with it, like Matt Hardy was saying. And it's kind of like what Matt Hardy did. That's kind of what Matt Hardy did in TNA. TNA let him do his whole broken thing, and and it worked. But I'm not gonna get into how I feel about the broken gimmick, but until a different video. But but I'm using that for an example. But it became real big at TNA, and just like Christian Cage, they let him. He wanted to be a main eventer. He wanted to be to win the world title. They gave him a shot. They took a chance on Christian Cage, and it worked. They gave him creative freedom and everything. And look at it, it became real successful. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you for watching.
Okay, there's the next video.
I just want to add one more thing. The last part, I know it may have been a little bit off topic, but it was kind of around the same area. But it's about being successful too. But that's one of the things too, though. Like I was saying, but the audience really cared about that when Christian Cage came to TNA, because he was, a rising star in WWE. Christian Cage was starting to see the spotlight in the WWE. He was becoming a main eventer. He was becoming a top guy. People cared about him. They liked him. Fans did Christian. They were really into him, where they wanted him to have a main event push. He had that for a little bit, but I don't know. They dropped the ball on him, and they kind of messed up with him. They held him back a little bit after he was the main eventer in the spotlight for a little bit. They started sidelining him a little bit. I'm not going to get too much into that, but it's mainly because of Captain Charisma thing. But whatever, he started getting sidelined. It's kind of been a while, but I'm not going to get into that. But you can check that out with Christian Cage. He talks more about that and better about that, but I don't want to get too much into that and waste time. But thing is, though, he came to TNA because they gave him a chance, so. And fans, they want to see something different. They want to see, just like other people went to other wrestling promotions that became successful. Or, Christian, they started seeing him in the spotlight, in this case, in WWE, but he left because they wouldn't give him a chance because of all the politics then. Vince McMahon did not see Christian as world champion because there's too much politics in WWE, because he's not big enough, he's too small, because he didn't have the look, he did not have it. They thought that, but it's a great story that when he went to TNA, but these things were all true about Christian, what Vince McMahon, the people, what the WWE thought about him. It's the politics, but that's the thing. But when they use that comeback story, for Christian Cage, it's a great story, though, for TNA to show that Christian Cage really persevered. That makes for a great story, and that's why that was a real successful story for Christian Cage in TNA, because he overcame the odds. He overcame adversity. He became world champion, despite what anybody said about him. He went to TNA. They took a chance on him. He wrestled a few guys. And then within 2 months or 3 months, he came to TNA in November. December, January, February. Within 3 months, in February he became I believe it was February. It was at Slammiversary in 2006. In February or so of 2006, Christian Cage won the world title. That's a great story. He won it for the first time. It took him to get to TNA. It took him to get to TNA to win the world title. Christian defied the odds. He overcame. What a great way to win the world title. Actually, he won that world title at against all odds. What a great story. And also, well, the pay-per-view says it for itself, because Christian he truly did overcome the odds, because he overcame adversity. At WWE, they didn't give him a shot to win the world title. I mean, they weren't going to ever give him a chance to win the world title at the time. And it seems like they were, but I know they stopped the push on him. They didn't pull the trigger on Christian, but he overcame the odds going to TNA. He overcame the politics, and that's a great storyline, And that's the same thing these other wrestling companies have to do too, like what I said, what Matt Hardy said and all that other stuff I said. You have to, give the wrestlers a chance. Let them know what you want them to do, what's going to work, what's not going to work for the company, and what's going to get them over with the fans, what's going to make the fans care about them, what storylines are going to work with the fans, what storylines are going to get the wrestlers over, what storylines are going to get the fans really interested and get really invested into the story and into the show, into the product, and what storyline's really going to get the fans invested in the wrestlers, and what characters, what personalities, what body language, what mic skills, ring skills, what wrestling abilities is going to get the fans very interested in you and invested. That's what these indie companies and all these wrestling company promotions on TV like TNA, Ring of Honor, even WWE has to do just to get more fans. WWE, even they do, they can't even get 20 million views like they used to. But it's gonna be a while to get back to that. But especially that's what TNA and Ring of Honor need to do. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and what videos you want to do next time on. I can do movie reviews or review food like Guy Fieri and all that, but check out my other channel, ErCheesy42. It's ErCheesy, and then you put a space 42, or you put 42. Okay, thank you for watching the ErDoodles show. ErDoodles in and out. The ErDoodles show. The ErDoodles show. It's the ErDoodles show coming back to you. This is not a rip-off of Cody Rhodes. It's a TNA, a wrestling theme. It's just a parody. Whoa, I just revealed it now. It was just a parody. The ErDoodles show is coming back.
Okay, that's the end of that now. How'd you like the show? Alright. Pretty good, right? Now, before you click that button, stop right there before you stop that button and you change it. Don't you leave right now, or I'm going to pull the plug on the show. Nah, just kidding. Nah, but seriously, stay right there. There's additional footage I forgot. There's something I forgot to add to this that went along with it that goes with this video. It's actually in a video that I did that was an update. It was in a video update I did on this video. It was in a video update I did in the it was in a video update I did of this video. That video explained why I didn't upload all those 5 videos that is recorded on here that we heard through the audio from the videos I have on my YouTube account that are private, but in this video the footage goes with this. I mean, I should have put it in the video, but I forgot to. And I said it in the video too, that I forgot to put it in those videos, in one of the videos at the end or somewhere there in the videos. But let me play the audio real quick. Okay, the name of this video on my Facebook page is in my video library. It's in the video library section on Facebook. On my Facebook page, the ErDoodles Show. My Facebook page. It's the name of the video. The name of the video is New Video Update 10/24/17 or 2017, something like that. But you can look it up right there. Yeah, it's on my Facebook page. I'm gonna play the audio to it that I forgot to add to the video. Let's listen to it right now.
What wrestling companies could do to make their company better, and talk about backstage politics like the WWE has. What they could, like other companies, wrestling companies could do in general to help, get more fans, give them a bigger fan base. And the thing is, what like a lot of wrestling companies too, they need a certain identity. They need to stand out from other companies. I've got to add that to the end of my video, but that's basically what I'm talking about, though. And I mentioned about what Matt Hardy talks about and all that, but just look me up on YouTube, though, for those of you who are new to me, to my channel.
Okay, that's the end of that. All right, and that part I played, played a little bit over a few seconds. Let's see, let me see. Can't remember, but the part that I played was 2 minutes and 55 seconds to 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Went over a few seconds, but that's the part I played on that video, so you can watch that. But if you want to check that video update that was pre-made before I made this video that you're watching right now, you search this video, you go to the ErDoodles Show page, you go to Facebook, it's going to be a page, you search the ErDoodles Show, just like my YouTube channel, the ErDoodles Show name, and then when you get there, you go over here to this part of the screen, to the left side of the screen, where you click, I forgot what it is, but anyways, you click the thing that says more or whatever, you go to the part where it says videos, and then, or you go to the video library on whatever side, but and then whenever you get there, you go down here, you'll see the video says new video updates 10/24/17. It's 7 minutes and 20 seconds long. I have another video there called Dummy Yeah T-shirt review. You'll see the thumbnail has Eli Drake pointing his finger like this. It says Fact of Life. It's from September 10th, and yeah, the other video is from yesterday, or October 24, 2017 for the future, whenever it comes 10 years from now when this video is around, or that one too, but whatever. Alright, thank you. Thanks for tuning in to the ErDoodles Show. Okay, let's end this show with a bang. Now. Showtime Eric Young, his TNA theme. What a classic. This chair, man. Ow. Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah. Eric Young theme song with the Eli Drake Titantron t-shirt picture. Oh, it looks a little blurry now. The barnacles. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. Okay. We gotta remember this is a PG show now. And not getting a lot of cuss. Forgive me though, yeah, I kind of almost did. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Try to keep it PG as possible though. Especially for younger viewers. Well, for all ages, you know, I like to be respectful. Thank you and good night, and thank you for watching the ErDoodles show. It was a pleasure. Thank you for watching. And I hope you tune in next time for the ErDoodles show.